So hi everyone, right, we're looking at the best senior players in the world, the most important moves in the swing to be able to maintain great structure and pick up your speed, but just improve your all-round ball striking. Jimenez, Langham, we're going to have a look at some other great senior players of the past. We're looking at some really interesting drills to create some separation. We're looking at attacking the ball from the right positions in your downswing. I think you're going to find this video really, really interesting. Also, when we look at the different body parts, what are the most important areas when we're looking at maintaining flexibility? Just doing a few minutes each day, I'm going to take you through some of the most important stretches here for the senior golfers to get the most out of your game. We've got a great senior series on WorldClassGolf.com, but this video is going to open up your eyes. Let's get stuck into this. Something in this video for everybody. So guys, really interesting when we're looking at certain angles, when we're looking at great ball strikers. We're looking at longevity in this video. We're looking at improving your ball striking and also maintaining your distance and improving your distance throughout the years. Have a look at Hogan here just for a second. And before we get further into this video and have a look at some really, really interesting angles and positions of great ball strikers, and we're really looking at evidence-based material in this video. Have a look at this move here where we see the left thigh work underneath him. Right? We see the right leg extending. And obviously we can see the heel off the ground. Right? Now this is a great drill. Just by getting in there and getting the heel, the thigh to work underneath you, it keeps your tilts, it keeps your length of swing. Really, to get your tilts correct and get the length of swing in the right position, you really will improve your ball striking and your quality of strike. The length of swing and the way your hands and wrists move are essential. When we're looking at Langer, 64 years of age, the guy is just still winning so many tournaments. How good does this guy hit it? How often does he hit it next to the flag? It's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we've heard Greg Norman many years ago saying the guy was an incredible iron player, one of the best that they've seen. And he's still doing it. But look at this remarkable move, isn't it? That left thigh working underneath him. So when you're getting this left leg, this tilt, this thigh to work underneath you, you don't necessarily have to lift your heel off the ground. Now, we've seen that on heaps of videos, but getting this lead leg to work underneath you. Now, I've been teaching some senior players. I've got some really good success there. Look at that trail eye there, not looking at the ball, the right eye. Now, I've got a gentleman I teach who's 78 years of age, and he's still hitting it at 220, 225 yards. Really improved his flexibility. And what we've done is we've turned his head. It took him a little while, it took him a few weeks, maybe just a bit, to be honest, probably over a month, but we've got the structure of the swing where we've got the thigh working under and he's turning the head on the side, and it's really improved his range of motion, but it's also kept better structure in his swing. Let's have a look at Jimenez here also from this front view as we see the left thigh really working underneath him. It's a big turn, isn't it? By turning your hips, the senior players, turn your hips, draw that right leg back. It's really going to improve your distance. And when we're looking at certain players from this angle here, we'll see that Snead obviously was very flexible, but this was, he was a lot older here. We can see that left thigh working underneath. And we've got so many young players now reverting back to this style because it helps keep your shoulders down, it helps your tilts, it helps your turns. So guys, right, the averages of movement, the closer you get to these positions, the better you're going to hit it. We're looking at evidence-based instruction here. Have a look at this move from Langer with the left thigh under and the right thigh under. Now we're going to get technical here without getting mechanical. We're going to talk about a few things. These averages of movement are supplied by Dr. Robert Neal, who's analysed 550 tour professionals and 10 #1 golfers on WorldClassGolf.com. So that makes sense. Alright, we've got over 1,000 videos on that platform, practice programs, the whole lot of senior series. It makes sense to get in there and say, well, what's actually happening rather than jumping from video to video. It can be very conflicting, the information. The left thigh working underneath helps our hip tilts. Now, the reason it helps the swing is it creates great structure at the top, length of swing, but it helps the downswing. Alright, so when the left hip moves underneath us, it also moves down, and to the point where the hip tilt can be measured, and we're looking at 10 to 15 degrees higher. That's the PGA average. Too many amateurs here, really, they're turning level, but they don't know it. You should be really getting in there and filming your swings. This is what we're showing you to do. And And I'm working online lessons with so many people around the world, just helping so many people. Send your swings through, I'll guarantee I'll help you out. What we see from the hips then, as they move, into the downswing, as the roll of the hips, the tilt, it reverses themselves. A lot of people are suggesting that the lead hip from here works down. It'll go down anyway. It's pointed that way. Now, who gets to the top of the swing and works the left hip down without, club golfers just coming way over the top of it? But what actually happens on the way through is the right hip moves down and the left moves up. And when we get around impact, we're seeing very, very similar numbers here, 12 degrees, and it's about 10 to 15 or 10 to 17 on the way through. And this helps the direction of your arms, and you'll see with the driver that the head will go from the yellow circle to the blue circle. And this is an important part. So left thigh underneath you and right thigh underneath you. And, when we look at, great instructors of the past, when we had a look at Mike Austin, and he was always on about this, wasn't he? About, putting the club behind, bending forward and working really that left thigh, talking about the hip tilts. And this guy was really a great instructor and a great ball striker. And just getting those hips to move more freely and underneath it just has such a profound effect on the swing. These separation points in the golf swing, there's something here I want to show you guys, because it's an area that people just really don't look at. And we'll just see from this side of the swing here, when we see the arms parallel to the ground, you see that line I've drawn down? This is a great way to be able to get lateral movement without moving forwards or coming over the top of it. We'll see Jimenez here from this side here, which is just such a great position, isn't it? When we're looking at people that don't have a lot of lag, who fat shots, thin shots, not getting compression, we know we've got 4 to 6 inches of lateral shift. But we know that the head really only moves 1 to 2 centimeters forwards with an iron. The driver will see it moving back. But how do we do that? How do we get lateral shift? How do we get separation? And by moving forwards, if we can keep this position, if we can arch the back slightly, this is what I'm going to show you a couple of drills coming up, a few stretches. If we can really get this position here, we're starting to get separation. And for the people that don't have big lag angles, you really want to have a look at getting more lateral shift, because you'll still get that, 12 degrees of shaft lean, or a little bit more through the golf ball. And that's how you're going to get that compression on the shot that you're after. But one of the major checkpoints in the swing here, moving, through the golf ball, such a wonderful swing. I'll just give you a quick look here at this downswing, because I know he has some unique moves coming on the way back, how it crosses the line and the elbows pointed in here. But have a look at this move coming down. It really is one of the best downswings you've ever seen. Look at the hands and wrists. Look at the talent in this. Look at that ball. What a ball striker. This guy just had 2 hole-in-ones in the same tournament. Absolute flushing machine.
World Class Golf Instruction has over 700 detailed videos for every golfer. Practice programs and evidence-based material is applied to helping you to become your own coach and play your best golf. Join us in the chat room and join the community of World Class Golf Instruction.
Now, when we're looking at creating separation, there's a great drill you can do. We've just released a series here on World Class Golf Instruction, but when you get your hands on your thighs and you get the left thigh moving up and the right thigh moving down, you're going to get yourself in a really good position with trying to get the feeling of people moving forwards, but not getting the head to move forwards as well. And looking at certain drills and exercises, I like this one where we point the palms away from us and swing through and point the palms up, almost like you're holding sort of something heavy here, not letting it fall on you, getting the arch in the back. We're just unfortunately seeing too many golfers when they move forwards and bring that over and the left hip back rather than moving this underneath us. And this is a great move to create, separation. Obviously we need the swing. When we're looking at the deep to shallow swing style, we're looking at, different drills and exercises to hit it from the inside. But we're looking at flexibility, for senior players to be able to arch the back. It's such an important part of the swing. And I don't think people sort of really realise how flexible, Jimenez or these players sometimes are. Have a look at that, will you? Look at how far he can get his hands up here. I mean, people make jokes about his stretching routine, and it's got some funky moves in it. But look at this. I mean, the guy is super flexible. I always love this one with the knees. Check this one out, where he gets the This is where that people laugh. They get the gets that one. But Langer's really, you know, I'm not suggesting we get in there and become yoga specialists, but when we're looking at someone like Langer and, you know, the stuff that he's been, you know, working on, one of the most important stretches for me also is really looking at your hip flexors and, you know, working and stretching this part of your hip. I mean, all-round fitness is obviously great, but guys, yeah, get stuck into that because, I mean, if you're looking at really improving or maintaining a longevity, you got to look at your technique. And, you know, for online lessons, check out CraigHansonGolf.com. There is a special deal on WorldClassGolf.com when we're looking at online lessons. I'm helping people really throughout the world. The online lesson you get is the same format here as these YouTube videos. There's a special deal there. And we're improving people on average between 4 to 11 shots after 6 months on WorldClassGolf.com. So I hope you enjoyed the video. There's so much more information coming your way, and we're really looking forward to helping more people in the future.